It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Grizzlies first found an identity with grit and grind. As a rookie, Jaren Jackson cut his teeth alongside Mike Conley and Marc Gasol. And he said, now it's next gen. But it's still the same sort of mentality. We take defense seriously. That's our staple. And when you do that, you usually win. Guys?
They do. Great philosophy and attitude. Thanks, D.A. Let's take a look at the numbers for Clint Capella.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Bogdanovich on the wing. He's paired with Herter. Collins and Capella make up the inside pair. And it's Young in at the point guard. And for Memphis, Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then it's Morant. Then it's Brooks. And it's Bane in at the 2. Greg, I think it's going to be a battle of the boards, a battle of rebounding. And you know what that's like. You played alongside some great rebounders.
Well, you know, Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley. I mean, those guys got after it as well as anybody who's ever played.
So Atlanta will get the first possession. Outside Collins. Outside Bogdanovich. Off target from three-point range. Look at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks. It was a win against the San Antonio Spurs.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
It was a terrific performance we got a chance to watch. They got into a nice rhythm and made smart adjustments along the way.
Bane, no good. Swiped it away. Ready by Bogdanovich. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Atlanta. They get it again. The kick out to Young. Bogdanovich against Brooks. 4 on the clock. Second chance shot. Misses off the right iron. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And after suffering that knee injury in the bubble back in 2020, Jackson worked his way back, Steve.
That's always one of the toughest parts of the game, dealing with serious injury when you're young. They're hoping he can remain healthy because he's a foundational piece moving forward.
Now here's Morant, following the missed shot by Bogdanovich.
Hard to overstate Morant's shooting ability. It just comes natural to him.
Young against Morant. Pass to Bogdanovich. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Over Collins. Not enough on that one as it misses. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Back to Young. Collins setting the pick for Young. Lobbed up there for Collins. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
One of the best young lob men in the business. John Collins finished with an exclamation point.
Morant passes to Bane. Feeds to Jackson. And the rejection by Collins. Kicks it to Young. Hawks passing it around. Outside Bogdanovich. Over Jackson. Bogdanovich finds Collins. And that one hits back iron. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Morant dishes to Jackson. Pass to Bane. Jackson, a screen on Collins. Back to Jackson. The 3. He can't get it to go. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Young inside. Guarded by Morant. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
People worried about Trae Young's size entering the league. Could he stand the punishment? He has answered that question.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Jang, he's checked in for Capella. Gallinari comes in for John Collins.
Mind the lanes.
Hill, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's
shot.
Reddish in for Bogdanovich. In his first game after starting in the 2020 All-Star Game, Trae Young had an incredible night, dropping 50 points against the Miami Heat.
And Young became the fourth youngest NBA player to get to 50. Only Devin Booker, LeBron, and Brandon Jennings got to 50 in a game at a younger age. Perhaps the most impressive part of Trae's performance, he did it against Coach Eric Spoelstra's Miami Heat, one of the top defensive teams in the league. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hill finds Young. Gallinari against Clark. Gallinari down low. And the wide open shot from Reddish buries it from three-point range.
Shot selection still needs a little work, but Cam Reddish has excellent range on the jumper.
DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Young. And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. The fourth spot held by the Hawks.
They've just been taking smarter, higher percentage shots, and they are hitting them with regularity right now.
.50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Lobbed up there for Clark. And it's Clark with the jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now, here is Gallinari. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Anderson outside. Inside. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Clock at 6. Jones with it. Now right defender. Jones, no luck. From deep.
A beast defensively. Clark's reach and high motor is what makes him effective at blocking shots.
And so it's Atlanta bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. One of the better young two-way big men in the NBA, Jaren Jackson. He talked about how his defensive responsibilities grow.
Probably be more of a backline help, talk more, give more help for the rotations because, you know, depending on what team you play, there's a lot of specific things you got to do to guard a certain player.
Well, with his 7'4" wingspan, Jackson has all the tools to be an elite rim protector.
But advanced understanding of positioning. His father was an NBA player, so he's been taught the game from a young age.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
Steven Adams is out there with Anderson. Then there's Dylan Brooks. Then there's John Morant. And it's Bane in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. The first one falls. For those teams, Greg, that had head coaching changes, how long does it take to fully implement a new system?
Well, it typically takes a full season, and it also depends just on how complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
You saw the talent from day one in Summer League. Anderson's one of those guys who can really get it done in a lot of different areas.
Bogdanovich passes to Young. Lobbed up there for Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized 4.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Morant kicks to Adams. Dishes to Brooks. Out to Morant. That shot off. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor. But they were only able to split the series last year.
They are not short in confidence, but they can't get too carried away because it could cost them the game.
There's one place you can be sure to find Kevin Huerter just about every day, and that's the film room. He studies the game in detail, trying to improve his own game and get insights into his opponents.
Yeah, there's just as much work you can do on the court as it is off the court. Kevin Huerter knows that, and he's embraced the film work and analysis that it takes to become a great player.
And the first one at the line is good.
It's very interesting. Kevin Huerter projects to be a shooter, but he's so inconsistent from the free throw line.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Good on both. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Atlanta Hawks are back. Last season, they won the Southeast Division for the first time in 6 seasons. With quality players at every position, things are starting to gel. Trae Young said, "This feels good. We just have a lot of belief in each other." Guys, they are poised to be good for a long time.
Well, they've clearly made the turn, David. Thanks. Collins against Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Capella sets a screen for Bogdanovich. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Here's Morant. And Capella sends it back.
We've been spoiled by watching Clint Capella do this for years and years. He's such a skilled defender.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Now, here is Young. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
The Hawks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. You know, Smitty, I know it gets plenty of coverage, but Trae Young's raw talent as a scorer really is just up there on another level.
It is. Trae Young's ability to post over 40 points in a game is truly something special. It takes a ton of confidence to have nights like that. But you know he's doing it all for his team and not just for himself.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Young against Morant. Outside Jackson. Now here's Brooks. He's guarded closely. And the baseline jumper, no good. Atlanta leading by 11. Young passes to Williams. Now here's Collins. He dishes it to Young. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
We've got 1:28 left in the second quarter. Jackson a screen on Young. Here's Morant. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Morant against Young. Here's Bain. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Jackson. And the rejection by Collins.
Right there, the length of Collins proving to be the difference. Not in my house, he says.
Young with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Herter. Brooks covering. And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, credit Herter. Recognizes where the help is coming from. Finds the open man.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Jackson. And again, Memphis no good. Atlanta with the ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Herter passes to Young. Collins a screen on Morant. Here's Young. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, they killed it on the glass. And they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this lead will continue to grow.
And now let's talk about the clash of the Titans in that first half. Big-time performances on both sides.
I mean, who doesn't love a 5-star matchup like this? Both players showing their competitive nature, igniting their teammates' fire with these performances. Expect this level of play to continue in the second half.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One of the stories here, John Collins getting it done today.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. On the court for Atlanta, Collins and Capella make up the inside pair. Bogdanovich on the wing. He's paired with Herter. And it's Young in at the 1. Now here's Brooks. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It's blocked.
When you watch Kevin Herter, he plays hard at the defensive end. That was an effort block.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And a lot of players want a voice in team strategy. And I've always wondered, Greg, is there a downside for coaches letting their players get too involved?
I mean, there is a belief that you can have too many cooks in the kitchen, right? But if a player knows his stuff, it's worth at least hearing them out, if only to keep those open lines of communication.
That free throw good from Young.
I really enjoy watching Trae Young play. He's got a sweet stroke, and he can dish it. Trae Young is a modern point guard.
And so Young nails them both. And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 17. Adams sets the pick for Morant. Over Young. It's rebounded by Herter.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Brooks against Young. To the inside. And it's Capella missing.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Well, the backstory of Clint Capella is interesting, as he was only the 2nd player, Greg, from Switzerland to make it to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, you don't think of basketball right away when you think of Switzerland, but the game has grown so much in Europe over the years. Guys like Capella, who might have gone into soccer at one point, are now gravitating towards hoops.
And so it's Memphis with it, following Bogdanovich's 3-point attempt. Morant against Young. To the wing right side. Adams with the screen on Bogdanovich. Tries from 10, and Capella sends it back. Young finds Bogdanovich. Back to Young. Takes a 3. Drills the 3-pointer. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
Slick shot from Trae Young off the pass. He doesn't waste any time putting it up.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Clark, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Anderson comes in for Brooks. Konchar's checked in for Bain. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Jang, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Alinari comes in for John Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's DeLon Wright in for Young. The Grizzlies trail by 18. Anderson outside. Crafty move. Gallinari with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. It's right on the wing. Defended by Jones. Gallinari against Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Releases. Anderson with the block.
Nice block by Anderson. Can't get too high off the ground, but uses that 7'3" wingspan to full effect. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Wright dishes to Bogdanovich. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Jones finds Clark. Back to Jones. Over Gallinari. Here's Clark. Atlanta with the rebound.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Now here's Reddish. Defended by Anderson. Pass to Bogdanovich. And the pass to Jang. The Hawks again can't hit. And it's Jones with the ball for the Grizzlies. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Knocked loose. One-on-one fast break. Here's Reddish. And it's in there. Reddish has got 5.
Beautiful take from Cam, absorbing the contact and muscling through it.
There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And then Clark slams it in.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And Jang kicks to Bogdanovich. Here he goes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And it might be an overused term, Smitty, but I think the description of Bogdan Bogdanovich as a glue guy who really fits.
I agree. He has a lot of those qualities that every team needs. He's a playmaker. He gets after it on the defensive end, and he can create his own offense when need be.
And the first one drops. Tillman, he's checked in for Adams. Then for the Hawks, Hill, he's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Williams in for Wright. And so he makes both from the line.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And here's Anderson. We've got 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Shot from 12. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. From deep three-point range. And so it's Atlanta, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Back right after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Brooks at the 3 with Jackson at the 4. Then there's John Morant. And it's Tillman in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Young, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 18. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Atlanta's shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Hill passes to Young. Screen by Capella. That one good for 2. Young's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Hawks.
Many scouts felt Trae Young would convert shots inside at the NBA level, and that's where he's a complete threat.
Atlanta leading by 20. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Capella dishes to Young. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Memphis the other way. Brooks right side. Gets it from three-point range. Brooks has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Confident and relatively efficient from 3. Brooks gives you another person who can space the floor.
Passes to Young. Going inside. Count the basket. Young's got 9 points now in just the second half.
This is how Trae Young beats you, with quickness and skill.
They set the screen. Brooks. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Adams checked in. Gallinari, he's checked in for Atlanta. Here's Bain. Shot clock at 6. Adams finds Morant. Over Young. That one off the back iron and out.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Pass to Herter. Collins wide open. He fires from outside off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 19. Morant drives in. And Capella sends it back. Young with the ball. Gallinari with a screen for Young. Takes it inside. And Adams sends it back.
That's the length of Adams, but also the good instincts defensively.
Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Atlanta. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Lob pass to Capella. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. To the paint. Bain passes to Morant. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
And the Hawks making a change here. Reddish is checked in. And so it's Capella who brings up the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Capella with a screen on Morant. And the rejection by Jackson. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. .157 left to play in the final quarter. Reddish the pass to Young. Shoots over Morant.
With long arms and great footwork, Ja Morant is a constant threat to your shot.
A floater. Good work there as it goes.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Pass to Bogdanovich from the arc. The Hawks again can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 17.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Atlanta.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Trae Young.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
The first free throw is good. And with the offense we've been seeing throughout the league this year, Steve, what are the chances someone breaks the Suns' record of 107 points and a half?
Wow, Kevin. We saw the Warriors put up 92 and a half a few years back, but that's still 15 points short. I think a team like the Warriors, the Brooklyn Nets, a few of them, if they get going from behind the three-point line, it's possible. And for the teams that were looking to draft Jaren Jackson Jr., what they saw was a true modern-day center who could defend 1 through 5.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. .109 left in the fourth quarter, and Wright kicks to Reddish. Down low, stolen by Anderson. There's the feed to Clark. The dish now to Adams. 6 to shoot. Anderson the screen. Here's Conchar. Williams with the defensive effort. And so it's Atlanta with it. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Jang with the screen for Williams. To the wing on the left. Reddish with the ball. Adams on him. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Steven Adams picks one up.
Using his athleticism, Reddish fights through the foul and managed to put up the shot. Two.
First one falls for him.
Watching Cam Reddish, I see all-star level potential. It's going to be interesting to track his development because he's still establishing his identity.
And so he hits both. Anderson outside, and he makes that one. 7 seconds left in the fourth. Now here's Wright. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.